What's happening, friends? Welcome to Unlocked, the world's #1 Xbox show, episode 299. We are heading to E3 2017 next week.
That's why we all look very tired.
We will be doing episode 300 from there. It'll be a special set, I guess. There'll be something special about it. But this week, we've got a lot to do before we go. First up, the show you've all been waiting for. It's our E3 predictions. You may have heard them on our other podcasts for the other platforms. We're going to lay out our Xbox predictions for the show, which of course means that there'll be huge leaks the moment we're done recording this, invalidating everything we say, but have fun with it anyway. Also this week, our first look at the Scorpio dev kits. Microsoft releasing a couple of very tech-tastic teaser videos. Shadow of War gets a delay just after it got announced. Gearbox has some changes in store for Battleborn. Need for Speed. We find out we got the new Need for Speed announced, much to the delight of Marty Sleeve over there, clearly.
I think she was making fun of Battleborn.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. And hey, for Alana, a new Fable game is out very, very soon. For real. So we'll talk about all that and more. If you're not already subscribing to everything we do here on Unlocked, please do so. YouTube.com/IGN Unlocked or on your favorite podcast service. Be sure to subscribe so that you just get the show to you automatically. No effort involved on your part. I'm Ryan McCaffrey. We got Destin Legary, full of salad now.
Yeah. He literally just stopped eating.
You're good to go. Alana Pierce.
Hi.
And Marty Sleva.
Hi.
So let's start with, again, the caveat that everything will probably leak as soon as we're done. As soon as we're done recording.
Yeah,
that is the unlocked way. But let's just kick it off. There really actually there haven't been leaks yet this year as far as the Xbox is concerned. Microsoft's been able to keep everything under wraps so far.
Well, that was the same thing last year until the day before the conference when literally the run of show leaked.
That's what it's so far.
There was another
It was hours before
4chan thread about... Sorry?
That was fake.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going
yeah.
to say. There was another one that happened, I think, this week or late last week, that was just very obviously fake.
Yeah.
So it's like someone tried to make a fake leak. Didn't quite.
There's always somebody that's trying to get their 3 minutes of anonymous internet fame by making a fake leak, but to each their own. Let's start it off. All right, our Xbox E3 predictions we got 3 each. We'll go round robin like we do every year. I will start with Alana Pierce. Give us an Xbox-related E3 prediction for
My first
next week.
one is pretty basic. I think the first thing that we will see at the press conference is the Scorpio reveal. They're going to open with that, and I think the first gameplay we're going to see is Forza 7.
All right, yes, very, very safe prediction. Those things are all definitely happening. It's just a question of the timing.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be super weird if they just left Scorpio until the very end? They're just like game. Everybody's like, where's the console?
Yeah.
And then they just do the entire conference over again, but it looks slightly better.
It's super sampled now.
That's what I was thinking. It doesn't make sense for them to not open with Scorpio because
I
we know
agree.
that the whole conference they're going to want to push on. This is on Scorpio. This is why it looks.
I mean, I think the lower third of literally every demo here, and then probably a lot of Ubisoft as well, and Bethesda are going to be powered by Scorpio.
Yep.
I agree. In fact, we were talking about this in the office. I think that every single kiosk in the Microsoft booth will be a Scorpio kit. I don't think there will be
that'd
a
be cool.
single Xbox One
I completely agree.
S in the entire booth.
Yeah.
For anything.
I think, you're going to be hard-pressed to find a single... everything's going to be Scorpio or PS4 Pro, I think, at E3. Even the Switch games.
Why would they want to demo anything on older hardware? They want their games to look the best they possibly can.
Indeed. Destin, I'll go your way next. If you're keeping score at home, I know there's always official scorekeepers, which we appreciate you guys out there that actually make spreadsheets for this stuff and then score us after the fact. Probably going to get a point on that.
I got like 1 1/4 last year. So
Just
try and improve on that.
Getting on the board. You're getting on the board. Destin, what do you got?
So I think that Crackdown 3 is going to be one of the titles that they use to show off the Scorpio hardware. So kind of jumping off of your Forza idea, because of all the tech involved and geometry that's exploding with that game, I think they're going to utilize it to showcase the power of the Scorpio. And yeah. So that's it. I think it'll launch with the console.
Okay.
So it's going to be a sales grab. Basically, they're going to try and use it to push sales.
So you think probably that and Forza are going to be the 2 real big holiday
Among-
Scorpio games?
Among others, like their strategy is going to be, here's a Scorpio, it's awesome, check it out. And one of those premier titles is definitely going to be Crackdown 3.
All right.
And it'll launch with the console.
We haven't seen it in forever. They've been sitting.
No one's
very,
ever
very
played it
quietly,
either.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
no one has ever
not
played
even
it.
Not
especially
true.
Destin.
The devs haven't even played it.
So
It's wild.
what do you two think of that? Do you think Crackdown's going to come out this year?
No, I think Crackdown's gonna get delayed till next year.
I kind of think so too.
They've been quiet for like since
That's
since
kinda
I
why.
played it. They were like, we need to be quiet for a while.
Let Destin talk about it.
The developers have tweeted earlier this year, like, yes, we're on track for 2017, and I know that can change, but I think it's got to be this year.
It needs to be,
because they
but-
don't like the first party situation as we know of it now. You know, we don't know what surprises they might have, but Forza 7 for sure, and then probably State of Decay 2 for this fall. I would think, but they need that one other game. There's usually at least 3 big first-party Microsoft games
Yeah, I
every
mean,
year. So I just can't see them only having 2.
but if it's not ready,
Unless it's a game they reveal.
True.
which have they done that before? Revealed a game at E3 and launched it the same year. I
mean,
don't know if Xbox
I'm
has.
sure they have, not
Forza.
recently. I mean, Forza.
Yeah,
Oh,
I guess
you're right, you're
the
right.
Forzas every year. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm leaving out Sea of Thieves, but I
Call of
actually
Duty.
I think Sea of Thieves won't ship this year. I think that's probably it.
Mm.
Given the very deliberate kind of public pace they've been going at, like we're doing technical alpha. In fact, they just had to cancel a technical alpha due to a technical problem because that's development and these things happen. So I don't think we're seeing Sea of. That's not one of my predictions, but I don't think I think we'll see it at E3 for sure. I mean, we already
tweeted
knew
about it, yeah.
But yeah, I don't expect that game to actually be in a final 1.0 shipping box form this year.
It's gonna be a hard game to make.
What I do think,
Which one? Sea of Thieves?
yeah, no doubt. I'm in a big shared world.
Mm-hmm.
Got to do all the quests, all the things to do.
Get
at that
drunk.
game.
You
Yeah.
know,
hella
there's
grog.
accordions.
Big time.
Like,
Yeah.
that's tough. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're on the game subject. I'm gonna go out and say this. I'm more trying to will this into existence than anything else. It has been too long. The last Splinter Cell game was Blacklist, which was excellent
Ooh.
in 2013, August 2013.
We did that
So
preview event.
We're coming up on 4 years between Splinter Cells. I don't know what I'm hoping. Ubisoft Toronto's been working on that ever since a next gen Splinter Cell game. So I'm going out and saying Splinter Cell's always been very associated with the Xbox platform. I mean, the first 3 games were all exclusive, at least to start with. Conviction, I think actually Conviction might have even been exclusive, and I think Blacklist was the only one that was straight multi-platform out of the gate. But
I definitely played Conviction on Xbox. I don't know if it was exclusive.
but Splinter Cell's associated as an Xbox brand. Xbox needs some exclusive loving. Splinter Cell needs to come back. I think this is the year we're finally going to get it at the Microsoft conference, and I think we will hear the absolutely priceless baritone of Michael Ironside, who will return to the role that he was foolishly recast last time.
I was like, wait, that's not his name. That's not the main character's name. I was like, it's Sam Bishop. What are you talking about? And I was
I know
like,
you're like,
voice actor
how
from-
dumb is
"Oh,
Ryan?
never mind.
The voice actor from Blacklist was good, but Ironside
He was
is
not
kind of.
Let's be honest. He was generic.
He
There was
wasn't
nothing
Michael
memorable about him.
Ironside.
Correct.
Oh, it was
You
the
know.
same thing when Kiefer Sutherland replaced David Hayter as Snake. I'm like, this isn't great.
Or like,
Yeah.
who did Batman and Origins? Did they get the main actor?
No, I don't
was
think
Joker
Kevin
that was-
Conroy did
Joker
it.
was
Joker was
Troy
really
Baker.
Oh,
bad.
that's
Well,
right.
yeah.
That's
Troy Baker was awesome.
So
Yeah, he did pretty well.
But he was dead on Mark Hamill in that
Yeah.
game. All right, so yes, I'm going Splinter Cell.
All right.
Marty?
So Phil's been tweeting a lot about Japanese visits, and I don't think it's a coincidence. I think that he's meeting with a lot of Japanese developers and publishers, not necessarily for exclusives, but maybe for games, third-party games that are aligned with Xbox.
Yeah.
And I think, like we saw from Software a couple years ago on Sony's stage with Bloodborne, I think we're going to see them on stage here. Obviously, the Soul series is done, but I think we're going to get From's new IP, which is something Soulsy,
Oh, wow.
but not a Souls game.
What was the Bandai Namco game?
Code
that-
Vein?
No,
Code Vein.
Lord something.
Lords of the Fallen.
Yeah,
That
something
game
like
was
that.
bad. That game
And it was
not,
sorta
the Polish did
Soulsy.
not do good on that one.
But it was Soulsy, right?
It was Soulsy, but
Yeah,
it
ish.
lacked soul.
Yeah.
Get it? Yeah, so I think we'll see that.
Got it.
I think we'll see that. and I'll be very happy.
I kind of think you're crazy.
Thanks. I'm sorry that I didn't say Forza's gonna be there. Hey,
I said it would be the
Crackdown's gonna be there.
first
Hey,
gameplay.
Low-hanging
bada
fruit.
bing.
Oh.
Phil Spencer will be on stage. Hey, I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm sorry for that voice. That was
Yeah.
weird.
Well, who is that?
That was
that us?
Hickory Dickory Dock.
It's little Andrew Dice Clay
Yeah,
in there.
what am I doing? Why did I do that?
Oh.
Stop it. I want to go.
Forza Motorsport 7. Oh.
I don't know why we did that.
Car on the stage. Oh.
No, can we talk about this? So From is probably working on something new.
Yeah, definitely. They've said they're not working on a Souls game.
Yes. I don't know that it would align with Xbox because that has pretty much never happened before.
Souls has been on the Xbox stage.
Yeah, Dark
Dark
Souls
Souls
3.
3
Yeah.
was debuted on
But
the Xbox stage.
It wasn't DLC first on PS4?
No. Not for
Oh.
Souls.
Okay.
So
you think it'll
I don't
be-
think necessarily.
But you don't
This
think
doesn't
it's
even
gonna-
necessarily mean a marketing deal.
Right.
I just mean I think they're going to debut it on the
on
stage. Yeah, and one of my predictions on Beyond was that Bloodborne 2 would be revealed on Sony stage, but that FromSoft doesn't have anything to do with it. That it's Sony Japan
Ooh.
Studios.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
And I already have 1 point on the Beyond episode we recorded 2 days ago because I said Death Stranding wouldn't be there, and Kojima tweeted this morning.
Nailed
that
it.
won't.
Good job.
So I'm good.
Thanks,
It's a
Kojima.
different show. It doesn't count. All right. Well, thinking about this is like, if from when was the last From? Would have been
Dark Souls 3 was
3
early last year.
last year. I mean, I guess I feel like it's time for that to happen.
That studio's grown. I've done several making ofs and studio visits there, and that studio has grown literally by floors in their building every time I go there. So like
Yeah.
their team has grown like exponentially.
Well, I hope that happens. It's exciting.
All right.
Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna go with my unlikely one now. I think a voice-based hardware assistant for Cortana, like Amazon's Alexa, will be announced. Not Connect, something that you
Right.
can use in your
Like
entire
Apple just
house.
announced theirs, and Google's got the home
Yep.
thing.
I
and-
think they're gonna make
yeah.
a home device that also like connects to your Xbox. You can play music through that, and it works on the same apps.
I like that. I mean,
I'd use it.
Microsoft just wanted to. I mean, the whole point of the Xbox was to establish a beachhead in your living room.
Yeah.
You know, instead of just on your computer. So
Yeah,
I could
honestly,
totally
the reason
see
I
that.
think this is unlikely is because I think it's unlikely that they would announce that kind of thing at E3.
It almost seems like a CES,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah,
But I feel like they were probably working on something like that. And I was thinking about like whether VR is on its way. I don't think that's coming yet. So I'm thinking about what peripheral they're going to have because they usually do.
Phil, when he was here, what was it like? Gosh, that must have been like 2 months
Months
ago
ago,
already.
yeah.
He
GDC.
more or less straight up said it's not happening.
Right. Didn't he
yet.
say something along the lines of we don't want to get into the game until
we know what the game is. But
yeah, which I think is totally fair.
And smart to probably sit on the sideline.
And I
for
also
this one.
I think this E3 is so important for Microsoft that they need to focus on games. I don't think they should take any time on HoloLens. I don't think they should take any time on sort of,
I
techie
agree.
things
And I
like
don't think this is likely.
Yeah, I don't. I think you got the Scorpio specs out of the way. I think what you need to do is show it running games.
Yeah. The only reason that I'm like vaguely entertaining it is because it could make sense as a Scorpio peripheral, like something that's
Yeah.
packaged with it.
Honestly,
as like
yeah.
you all love Amazon Alexa. How about this thing
Yeah,
that we have?
especially
that
if
can
it is
control
this
your whole house?
premium product, like it does things outside of the realm of gaming.
Yeah.
Well, on the Scorpio note, I'll go with my second one now. I've been saying this, and I'm going to stick with it. I think that Scorpio is going to be $499, and I think that's a bad idea. I'm on the $399. I've talked at length about why I think they've got to go $399 if they're serious about either quote unquote winning the console war, which. You go back, there is an interview published on IGN that I did with Phil Spencer when he first took over as head of Xbox. Like, we got a phone interview with him when that announcement was made, and I asked him, is your goal to win the console war, to beat Sony? And he said, yes, that is the goal. So if that's still what they want, because, they don't have to win to make money. That's exactly what's happening now. The Xbox division's doing great, and they're, quote unquote losing.
I mean, and Microsoft as a company is making tons
Exactly.
of money.
Exactly, but if Microsoft really wants to try and be number one in the console race, yes, I know this is the premium console, and it's they're gonna sell way more Xbox One S's than Scorpios, but I think they've got to. I just don't think they can have a $500 box when Sony has a $400 PS4 Pro. That's for all intents and purposes
Might get a price drop by this fall.
could happen. Yeah, so. But yeah, I do think it's going to be $499, and I don't think that's a good plan. But
All right.
what do I know?
I think you're probably right.
My prediction is it's going to be $5.99, and I'm going to buy it anyway.
Okay, see, there you go. That's
I think the most expensive console ever was the PS3.
The
right?
3DO.
The-
Not
the-
ever.
well, okay.
Or
most
the Neo
expensive of
Geo.
the-
Yeah, I mean,
of the big three. Was
Got it.
PS3.
Yeah. So in recent
The
memory, it was
first one.
and
PS3.
we saw how well
the first one?
$599 US went for Sony.
Well, adjusting for inflation, it's 2017. I think it's going to be very expensive, and I'm still going to buy it regardless.
Why do you think that much?
Why that much? Just because looking at the tech specs, no matter what, they're going to lose money on it, right? So I think they launch at a high price point and then they bring it down.
See,
shortly.
it's interesting. Like if you do look at the tech specs and compare them to PS4 Pro, they're not night and day different than PS4 Pro. They're higher clock CPU. It is more, but it's not night and day more. It's the same chipset. It's like the same fundamental
close.
foundation.
Definitely more
so-
powerful here because of the GPU. That's what's putting the Scorpio ahead of the PlayStation 4 Pro. Just enough that it's going to bump that price
Boy,
up.
I hope I'm wrong. I really hope you're wrong.
Me too. Me too, because I don't want to pay $599.
So you said you're going to buy it anyway. Is there a showing that, in your mind, would cause you to not buy it? Like, is there something you can do there to where you're like
all
ooh.
Connectimals. Then I'd be like, you know what? Maybe I'll pass.
I mean, because my thing is, I'm the opposite. I'm like, I'm totally not convinced on this yet. Like, for me to buy this thing this fall, also would require me to buy a 4K TV. So they would need to like
I'm the exact
blow
same.
I'm in
my
the same boat
mind.
too. Like
So my thing is, you asked what would make me pass. Basically, I already skipped the S. I have an Xbox One day one.
me too.
Me too.
I want that upgrade, and I'm going to invest the money that I would have spent on the S into the Scorpio.
You already
So
have
I'm
a
already
4K
kind of
TV?
invested. I do not, but I am planning on upgrading everything anyway this year.
Makes
I
sense.
feel like you also come from a different mindset, being that you do a lot about gameplay stuff here. That's stuff that you pay more attention to, maybe. Like, and stuff that would actually help your job is you having literally the best that you can get.
Yeah.
For me, it's because I also don't have a 4K TV and don't plan to get one this year just because I have other financial things.
That's exactly what it is
financial
for me
goals.
too. It's not that I don't want one. It's
Yeah,
that I
it just
do
can't.
that.
It's just not in the cards right now. But and thus for me, yes, we're promised that Scorpio will offer benefits on 1080p sets, but I just don't think they'd have to wow me on a 1080p. I just can't see the difference on a 1080p between Xbox One and Scorpio being great enough to make me want to spend even $400, let alone $500. I need that 4K TV to go with it. For me, that's
That being said, I'm
that's how
excited to have
sitting.
one in the office set up in that corner by Paris.
That's exactly what I was thinking. This conversation.
It'll be
like,
here. I'm really
it's like,
excited to have
okay,
one here.
It'll be
exception
here,
is
for
we
sure.
will have one in the office, so we will get to see it.
that
Maybe
is
if
very
we weren't
fair.
here, we'd think completely differently.
That is
we
very
will get
fair.
to use one. So
That is
So
very
for
fair.
me, PlayStation 4 Pro had a terrible launch showing, like that event where they revealed the console and they did all tech specs. I never bought one because I'm like, well, what are my benefits? I don't really understand. It can do 4K. Great. I don't have a 4K TV. I have no reason to invest yet.
So is
I
it just the
never bought
timing
the
that's
Pro.
right for you now?
Well, it's timing. Like I said, I skipped the S.
You've
So-
skipped a Pro as well.
Yeah. I
You got
skipped
that
the
money
Pro.
burning a hole in your pocket.
So now I'm like, all right, the Scorpio's coming out. It is going to be long term.
Yeah.
It's a better investment.
It'll be
than
the
S.
best place to play third-party stuff for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, but I still don't really
Problem.
understand what the Pro is. It doesn't seem like they're marketing it as PlayStation 5. They're just
Oh,
marketing
of
it
course
as a
not.
PlayStation.
I mean, this isn't
4 Pro.
this isn't the
Yeah.
next Xbox either.
Correct.
If it plays the same software, it's not the next thing.
Correct.
In my opinion.
I mean, PS4. If you love your PSVR, having a Pro seems like a great idea.
Yeah.
I don't use
A
PS4.
little extra horsepower there, but anyway. So
Oh,
it's
the big thing is Destiny has no enhancements for the Pro, and that's basically my Destiny box. I play most stuff on Xbox otherwise.
is that
PC.
so? Wait, is that part of your? Did you make your second prediction yet?
I can go right into it.
Please.
Was
So I-
that-
What was your last prediction?
This is my third prediction.
Oh, third. Oh, sorry. We haven't. All right. Never mind. Hold that thought.
All right.
Who's left? I went.
I think me.
Yep.
Okay.
I think I've predicted this the last 2 years since Microsoft bought Mojang. Minecraft 2 is going to be
wrong.
revealed, y'all. Available now.
You're definitely wrong.
So
Minecraft 2 available
wrong
now.
again.
Happening.
It's a trilogy.
Yeah.
A three-peat of
There-
wrongness.
I'm
I
fine
mean,
with
you
that.
know that's not happening.
No, I don't.
It's not happening. Like, all of the support that's going into Minecraft right now is actually pretty amazing. They're basically getting people who create like texture packs and worlds and games and letting them kind of sell those on a store for a profit. So they're kind of like curating different content creators to put in the Minecraft world, and that's how they're expanding Minecraft right now.
You know where that store will exist the best? Minecraft 2 Minecrafts.
We talked about this last year, Marty, when you made the prediction. It's just like, what does that even look like? You can't really enhance it graphically. There's features.
You can
Photorealistic.
de-enhance it.
More text.
You can make it
packs.
look worse.
Yeah.
There,
Go back to
there's
Atari.
mods for that.
Power of the cloud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Atari 2600 graphics.
It's like, how do you even make
Connect.
a Minecraft 2?
6 teraflops. Super
Connect.
sampling.
It's definitely
Right.
Connect.
HDR.
Yeah, it's not happening, but thank you.
Dolby.
Anyway,
Is that-
am I next?
Did you do 2 yet?
Yeah, I've done 2.
All right, we'll take it round
Jumping
3.
into 3.
Keep it rolling.
All right.
Final round. Fight.
This is also a pretty easy one. I think we're going to get original Xbox games backwards compatible and a giant dump of more 360 games announced.
Heck yeah.
I don't think that first one's an easy one. I think that's super interesting. Like, I want that, but like, what do
It's-
you mean backwards compatible? Do you mean you could download them, or you could actually put that DVD in?
Disc.
Wow,
Yeah.
really?
I mean,
Disc? Okay, that's
The
bold.
360, the way that works is effectively an emulator. It
Sure.
emulates the 360 hardware and then lets you play it. So we know that they can do it, and I don't doubt that it would be harder with the original Xbox, especially with the way the UI is. I'm sure they'd want to make some tweaks to the way that looks, which is like, it's complicated, but we know that they can do it, and they did it successfully. With
Can
the
I-
360.
You put in your disc, and then it's like, oh, that's Splinter Cell. Sure, here
Let's
you go.
run
Download
the 360, and
Yeah.
then
Can I play off of your prediction there real quick? What if original Xbox compatibility did happen, but the thing is nobody has those discs anymore.
I know I mentioned that
So
last year.
what if those games were just made? They were an exclusive part of Game Pass.
That would be
That would
Like,
be
hey,
smart
if
ass
you,
way
if you
to sell
subscribe
that.
to this, you can get. We've got some OG classics. in
yeah,
here
that would
for
be
you.
amazing.
That'd be pretty
You could
great.
play like
Because
Jet Set
we-
Radio and
We
Panzer
know you're like,
Dragoon and
literally all my original Xbox games are so buried in an attic in
I
a
still have
box
my
in an attic
favorites.
somewhere. But on the shelf, there's Halo 1, Halo 2, Splinter Cell Chaos Theory.
Xbox, the-
Maybe Breakdown might be on the
Fable,
shelf.
The
I think
Lost Chapter.
Ninja Gaiden Black might be on the shelf, but it's just everything else is put away, and I think most people the discs are gone. So that's
Dude, a
what
part of
if it
Game
were in
Pass,
Game
I really
Pass?
like
Well,
that.
yeah,
Would be
that would be super cool.
It's about giving people the option if they want the disc. though.
Point is, I think
Yeah.
we're going to get original Xbox games.
I would love that.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
I like the idea that they're like the most powerful console ever can now play Fable 1.
That's what I want. Is
Finally.
Fable: The Lost Chapters. I keep I've tweeted
The
it.
second best Fable game?
No, it's definitely the best Fable game. You haven't even played it.
Fable 2.
I played regular Fable.
Did you play The Lost Chapters?
Yeah, I reviewed it.
Damn it.
I'm old.
Well, you're wrong.
I reviewed it. Okay, who's Marty? You want to go give your third prediction?
I think the Scorpio will be called the Xbox One Elite.
Yeah.
That sounds great to me.
And then I don't have an exact date, but I looked up. Apparently, the Scorpio zodiac sign runs from the 23rd of October to the 21st of November. So I think it's in there. A whole month.
Also, we were having a conversation about this earlier about
Yeah, I said at this point they've used the term Scorpio more in marketing and sort of drumming up fan hype more than like Natal or Durango or
Natal.
Morpheus. Natal.
Well,
yeah.
Go ahead. I'm just
Wow.
I'm gonna
Actually,
tomato.
it's
I'm gonna
actually-
mansplain that.
And people change their avatar or Twitter handles to have the little the M. I could see them calling it the Xbox One Scorpio. Like, I think that name has enough cachet with the folks who want to buy this thing that I wouldn't be surprised if that's just the name of it.
because this is one of the first times that I can think of that companies actually leaned into that name. Like when they tweeted out the dev kits. Like Major Nelson actually said Scorpio dev kits. That's something that he acknowledged. Whereas I feel like with Morpheus, that's something that like Sony didn't even
It's like something they would use at
really
like a GDC talk or
publicize.
something.
Yeah. So they actually have leaned into the name. So I think that's a really interesting point.
But your actual prediction that we're keeping score at home is Elite.
Elite.
Okay.
Not Scorpio.
Get a half a point for Skull.
This- Scorpster. The
Oh, that would be
Xbox
bad.
One Scorpster.
Yeah, I could-
Scorpinator.
I could
How do
go
you guys feel
Scorpster.
about that? What do you think the name's going to be?
I like Elite. That was kind of the rumor, and I really like that name.
I'm in the camp that I feel like that because they've used that, they won't. I know that other people have made the argument that because they've used that,
Sure.
they will.
Because,
It
yeah,
makes
they're saying-
sense.
Yeah.
I was also thinking about it like Elite. Just even that word now makes me think of Xbox, like in part because of Halo, but because of that console as well. It's just such a
Controller
an
and everything,
Xbox.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
still
just such
have
an
The,
Xbox
the,
word.
the box is shaped like a Covenant Elite.
I would buy the hell out of that. $600.
Good luck.
I
Good
don't
luck
care. I'm
cooling
buying it.
that. I don't know
Stack
how you
anything
cool
on
it.
it.
Yeah, it's completely unstackable. It's just it's awful in the living room. But
It's garish.
I don't know. A industry person told me recently that he thinks wasn't suggesting that he heard this, but he's just like mentioned a couple times during the conversation. He said I really think it's going to be called the Xbox One Ultra. That was his. He was
No.
really
Killer Instinct.
really like into that.
And it comes with all the Killer Instinct games that they've released so far.
I
That
feel
seems
like the
unlikely.
word ultra.
It's
is
very
so
90s. Yeah.
Ultra
Yeah.
combo.
Or just so
That's what
Capcom.
everybody-
It's
That's
just
just what
too
I go to.
Capcom.
Yeah. The Xbox One.
I'm
Clinton.
just relaying what I heard.
I don't know. I don't.
And
I don't
Street
see that.
Fighter's coming
Yeah.
to the console too.
I feel like Elite is probably the most likely.
All right, who's left? Anybody besides me? Did you?
I have one.
you did your third one. Go
You're
ahead.
really bad at keeping track of
Whatever. I'm a crappy host. It's just I'm tired. Just leave me alone. I want to go to LA.
3 week, whatever.
I want to get this LA thing over with.
So Destiny fans on the Xbox for a long time have felt a little salty because of all the console-specific stuff that the PlayStation gets. I think Bungie's going to address that and have some cool stuff for Destiny 2 on the Scorpio.
You mean as a make good for the like on stage slobbering they did at the gameplay reveal event where they spent like 3 minutes at the end talking about
Sony's
how great
great.
Sony is and not acknowledging
That was Eric
Microsoft at all.
Hirschberg. That was Eric Hirschberg from Activision. I think Bungie is probably going to work with their partners to make sure that Xbox also gets a good showing at E3 this year.
I would hope
think
so. I mean,
I would be shocked if the word Destiny is on stage at Microsoft.
I agree.
I think it would,
Really?
There would probably breach of contract for them to be on stage at Microsoft. To be honest, Like,
they've
I
been
don't
there
think
in
we're
the
going to see
past.
anything Destiny. I don't think we're going to see anything Call of Duty. We're not going to see anything Battlefront. We're not going to see anything Red Dead on stage.
Because Activision's just too Sony-centric now.
well,
No, they have
everybody
marketing
just
deals.
yeah, the marketing deals.
There's marketing deals with all those games I just mentioned.
But they've been on Microsoft stage in the past, like even last year.
Were they?
Pretty sure
I don't think so.
they weren't all Sony, were they?
I think they were.
I think they were.
Destiny and Call of Duty. I think were on Sony stage.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought that Call of Duty was on Microsoft, but then
No, Call of
it
Duty was
again
definitely on Sony last year.
Yeah.
2 years ago, they were on Microsoft. Last year was the first year.
The deal
They
was it last
weren't.
year? Was that
Believe
the
so.
first year of the deal last
Yeah,
year?
I might be wrong, but
Oh yeah, wasn't
Interesting.
like Ghosts was on
Ghosts was-
Microsoft
yeah.
stage. and-
Everyone's
oh
favorite.
man.
One thing to this Destiny thing, though,
Yeah.
it will not run at 60 on Scorpio. Probably due to the deal, but also because of the same CPU bottleneck that Bungie is saying that the PlayStation 4 Pro has. Yes, the Scorpio is more powerful than the Pro, but that does not help them with the data issue that they're running into
Okay.
with software.
All right, so your prediction is something special for Xbox owners with Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope that comes true. That would be good. Didn't Xbox owners have to wait like a year for some of the
They're still
items?
waiting for some of it.
Still waiting.
Yeah.
Wow.
you get
Yeah.
a free copy.
It was a really bad deal for Xbox.
free copy of
Yeah.
Marathon with every Destiny 2 purchase.
Backwards compatible on
There you go.
Xbox 360. Actually, I don't know if it's backwards compatible, but it did come out,
It did,
and I
yeah.
played it, and it was really boring.
Yeah.
I was like, this game does not hold up well at all. The level design is super confusing. I don't get it.
Buy Destiny 2 on Xbox, get all the add-ons for Destiny
Yeah.
1.
I was like, I'm so glad I played PC games where we had Doom and not Marathon.
Yeah.
Oh man,
get
still love
Zen Meter now.
Bungie, but just it's-
Yeah.
certain things age better than others. All right, I'm going to close with riffing off of what Brian Gerard, the 343 community manager, had said. I said, hey, no Halo 6 at E3, but there'll be a little something. I think that little something is going to be something that helps rectify some of the community. I don't want to call it anger, if that's too strong a word, but just mend some of the wounds from Halo 5. That being, I think there'll be a 4K update for Scorpio for Halo 5 that also adds 4-player split screen support for Scorpio, because the power will then be there
That would be
to make
good.
that happen. 'Cause
That was a big fan-ass. Fans were upset
Yeah,
that it
they were-
didn't have 4-player.
It didn't have split screen. That was that did not go over well.
Nope.
And 343 has acknowledged that was like, whoops,
That was a mistake.
we won't do that again.
Yeah.
So I think we'll see that happen with Halo 5, because Halo 5's in Game Pass, so people can, it's just extra incentive for people to grab it off Game Pass, and then they can dorm room it up again in 4-player split screen, because the multiplayer's so good.
Yeah.
In Halo
John
5,
plays
and
it all the time.
yeah, and it's gotten even better over time.
Before we move on to the news, can I ask
Yes.
you guys what are the things that you really want to see? Like, because mine would be Cuphead. I want to see more of Cuphead.
I just want a release date for Cuphead. For the love of God, that game looks incredible. I've played it, but just please
as
release
well.
it. Please release
2 years
it.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Love those guys. They're very nice.
I also really want to know more about We Happy Few. I absolutely loved that when it was in early access, and everything that we've heard from them of what they're adding to it sounds amazing. So I really, really want to see more of that.
We sort of just talked about extended demos of games that we've already seen or already know exist. Like, I want there to be surprises that not only are like, man, this game's coming out this fall and we didn't know it, but also like a roadmap for what are we going to be playing next fall
Next
and
12 months.
beyond that. There's a healthy balance between showing something that you're going to play this fall and then teasing us with something super exciting that we're not going to have for a couple of years. And I think you need to sort of find that balance.
I want to see the console. I want to see games running on it, and it's on my list for a reason. I want to see Crackdown 3 and what they've managed to do since the last time we saw the game played, because it's going to
I feel
look
like you're gonna
way
see everything
different.
you want.
Yeah.
I think you'll get those. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's stuff like I don't know what else they're going to show. Obviously, new IPs. That's always
need
at
new
the top
IPs,
of my list. Every year, I want to see new games running on new hardware.
I want to see. I was so excited about Sea of Thieves last year. We all were. I want to see the rest of the game and what else there is to do. Like, we've kind of gotten some hints of it with. We talked about the Phil Spencer video of him. They were, it's
Added
like
quite a bit.
yeah.
Search for
We
treasure.
got to look at some of the other parts of the game, but yeah, I just want to see because I so badly want that game to be what I see up here.
Yeah.
Because it just has that potential. I can, I've been doing this long enough where,
A weird, quirky, rare campaign is what I really want to see now.
yeah, just some a main quest line
Yeah.
would be nice in addition to all the other activities. I want to see what else there is to do in Sea of Thieves.
As long as
So
it's better than the 5th Pirates of the Caribbean movie, I'm happy.
that's a low bar.
I saw that this weekend.
Why
That
did
was a
you
bad
go and see
decision.
that?
Why'd you
It was a
pay
bad
money?
decision. It was a bad decision. It was bad.
Pro tip: don't see that movie.
I did bad.
Thanks,
bad.
Barry.
I did
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did.
he acknowledges it.
Also, wasn't it your birthday?
Yeah, I saw
You went and saw that movie on your birthday?
yeah. No, I saw Wonder Woman on my birthday.
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Continue.
Judge Mills Lane, I'll allow it. All right, those were our E3 predictions. Leave yours in the comments below. And be sure to, again, if you're watching this in segment form, we're about to move into the rest of the show. So go over to youtube.com/IGN Unlocked or your favorite podcast service to catch the rest of what we're about to do now. And that is, actually, quick housekeeping note. Been asked this a lot, so I just want to make sure to get it out there. Unlocked should air at its usual time next week from E3, which means like towards the end of the day on Wednesday, Pacific time, or I guess wherever it'll be the end of the day, anywhere but Hawaii or Tokyo, maybe.
Suck it,
Whatever.
Tokyo.
I bet
It's like you're just naming places at this point.
I can't do
I
math
can't-
half the time on the show. Don't ask me about time.
I'm sorry. I apologize. But yeah, we should be usual time next week. We're going to be recording from our E3 stage, so we'll have all of our impressions from everything we've seen at the show, everything from the conference and everything we've seen behind closed doors. There's the Microsoft Showcase on Monday morning. So that will be that will hopefully make the 300th episode a little special. We'll have a lot to talk about. And then if you happen, we have the conference as well. Watch the conference on IGN, which whether you're on IGN.com, whether you're on the Xbox One app, we're
Or
also Twitter.
e3.twitter.com.
Yes, thank you, because we've somehow buddied up with Twitter, and it's going to just be IGN.
Gonna make it super easy.
On Twitter.
It'll be like a chat stream.
Yeah.
And I think that's gonna be the best place to watch.
Yeah, so that's really cool. The pre-show, which so make our predictions, more predictions, and other chatter before things get going.
Talk about all those leaks that are definitely going to happen. tomorrow.
Exactly. So I'm on there. Are either any of you guys on there?
I am.
You are on
Yeah.
there. Excellent. Okay.
I think I am.
Good. So 1:30 p.m. Pacific on Sunday is the time to tune in for the pre-show. Then we'll take you straight into the conference, which we expect to be 90 minutes long. And then we'll come out straight into the post-show, where we'll just be reacting to everything. So that's you'll want to not miss that. And then the other housekeeping note. Sorry, I know this is taking up a lot of time. Saturday, and dang it, I forgot to write it down. Like the when, and the where.
6 p.m.
6 to 10 p.m.
Our meet and greet. If you are happen to be in LA, whether you're coming to E3 or not, but come hang with us. It's a free event in LA. Who's got
Dublin
Six?
location.
It's
6
6 p.m.
p.m.
to 10 p.m. at. It's a place attached to a place called the Mayan. It's called the
You know
something
what?
ballroom.
I'm gonna look
Yeah,
it up.
please look it up.
Look it up
while-
real quick.
while
Sorry,
I,
guys.
Are you saying something
I vamp for a
ballroom
minute.
isn't close enough? The Hammerstein Ballroom.
That's in New York.
The Regency Ballroom. That's like 3 blocks from my.
It is
yeah, we've got the
the
meet and
Belasco Ballroom.
Boom! Nailed the ballroom. Marty Ballroom
Yeah,
Sleva.
6 to 10 p.m.
It's all ballroom.
Yeah.
So it's like a full community event, so you can come hang out with us. We may be slightly like zombies.
Please fist bump me.
But
Do
we
not
will be
shake my hand. Hugs or fist bumps would be preferred.
You know
'cause
what's cool?
I
Hand
don't.
sanitizer.
I don't want to get sick before the show. I don't want to get all the.
Do you do fist bump explosion? Or
I don't
just
care.
fist
Just
bump?
don't like as little.
I want to know proper etiquette, Ryan.
As
Let's show everybody. Let's show everybody.
Avoid this.
When you're in the ballroom, don't be touching people's palms. Fists in the
show
ballroom.
everybody. Come on. Oh,
Oh, he
explosion.
did it.
See, there is explosion.
Just for you.
All right,
That
all
was
right.
just for you. That's
Okay.
that's for my.
I really hope that gets turned into a GIF.
Now I know.
Man.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Anyway, come hang out with us. Bring your hand sanitizer.
I wouldn't recommend hanging out with us. To be honest.
Fair
Maybe
point.
don't.
Fair point. Okay, let's get to the news because we got to get moving along. We're in a swirling vortex of E3 meetings around here.
Oh, this week is terrible.
Yeah. I mean that's how it goes. But
Sure is.
the week before is always so annoying. But then I'm so happy when I get to
I
E3
know.
and it's just like Christmas morning. It's like yay. Let's
And I
go.
feel like
Yeah.
right now a lot of people have like really short fuses and everyone's like pissed at each other for really.
Really?
Yeah, really feel them that way. But I think when we get there, we're all excited.
Yes.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be good. Okay, so we mentioned this, alluded to this earlier. Microsoft, a couple of teaser videos on social media, and then Larry Herb, Major Nelson did a very clearly rehearsed interview with one of the engineers or some guy from the Scorpio team where they showed off the Scorpio dev kit.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys got a chance to see the videos, but really there's not a lot to take away from it because they didn't say anything. You know, it was just like, hey, it's going to be super powerful and super great. And developers, I mean, they talked about the fact that it's like most console dev kits, it's more powerful than the retail box, so that developers can
Do more.
you know have overhead to play with, and then you know be able to tune their games more quickly and easily. But
The chip has 4K on it in case they forget.
in case they forget, it's a good reminder. Like, oh, which one? Oh, right. Okay. But the thing I wanted to just bring up here is it really looked the dev kit, which is again more powerful.
Yeah.
Therefore, there's more going on in it. Theoretically, more heat, more stuff. It looked really small.
Yeah, it
Like,
looked
it
like
looked-
Xbox One S.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
which is
was
saying
my
something, 'cause
takeaway.
Dev kits are generally pretty big.
Yes.
I
Because
was
they're
just
not
at a studio
engineered to be
recently and walking around looking at just PS4 and Xbox One dev kits. Like they're large.
And
Yeah.
the 360 dev kit was, you know, the
the big
snappable, removable hard drive. It was there's like a literally that long, like a 6-inch tall. We called it a caboose. That was so yeah. They're always bigger than, or at least they always have been.
And I think these look
Bigger.
really slick as well. Like,
Yes.
if I know the Scorpio is not going to look like the dev kit, but if it did, I'd be like,
I think it is. Like I think it's probably going to be pretty close.
some variation of that.
Yeah, of course. It's not going to have like the 1, 2, 3, 4,
No.
5, and all those this little screen and dev
It's not gonna have
functions
the
on. it.
LED dolphins
Yeah,
Aw.
like that. Yeah.
Did
Probably-
they get the LED panel in? Just kidding.
it'd be a fun thing to add in there, but I don't think so.
Ah.
But anyway, so yeah, check out those videos. You can see I guess Major Nelson's Twitter is I think the best place to see that. But we'll see the real thing finally on Sunday. Shadow of War just got announced a couple months ago.
Mhm.
We did a whole month of coverage on it. People really like that game. Are really excited for that
Looks
game.
cool.
August. It's coming out in August.
It is?
It's not.
Oh.
Just not anymore. Just kidding.
Did you guys
Okay.
rehearse that? It was really good.
Nope.
Just like the fist bump.
Yeah.
We've been working together for a long time. It's second nature. It's Abbott and Costello at this point. October 10th is the new date. for Shadow of
October,
War.
Marty. Scorpio, codename.
Scraw.
October 23rd to
Scorpio?
November
Why does
21st. Closer.
why does WB always do this?
It's happened
Remember with Batman Arkham?
Yeah, Arkham
Yeah, with
Knight.
Arkham Knight, they're like, hey, it's coming out this day, and then
August,
2 months later, they're
definitely
like, nah,
August.
nah, dude.
Remember that collector's edition that just didn't come out?
Oh, the
Good times.
Batmobile?
Yeah.
Maybe they were talking to somebody with a really thick accent when they were nailing down the launch date, and he said October, and they thought they heard August. No.
Oh, no. I can't even do that, and I haven't actually.
So you have a couple of reasons listed here. One, they have a marketing partnership with Microsoft, and so maybe it's delayed, and maybe this cues in when Scorpio-ish is coming out.
That's the popular theory that I've seen online, which I don't
doubt.
really think makes any sense.
No, they
Neither
would
do
have
I.
done that before announcing the release date. They
Exactly.
would've-
Yeah, I highly doubt that.
Yeah.
Your other theory is that the fact that Red Dead 2 has moved out of the fall window, I think gives a lot of developers, especially of open worldy, action-y things, a little room to breathe and a sigh of relief so they can refigure stuff. But
So
the other
insane to think
theory,
about.
which I'm pretty sure is the right one, is that it just needed more time.
Because
Probably.
game development is really difficult,
Mm-hmm.
and these things happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
Need
totally
that
fine with
extra,
that.
yeah.
Like, I mean, it sucks that
months.
this is now. I was looking forward to playing this as a calm before the storm, but now
True.
it's just right in the eye of the hurricane.
Yeah.
At least Red Dead's not in that story.
The Eye of Sauron,
Hey.
Lord of the Rings,
the Cane.
Fellowship of the Ring.
Hey.
Yeah, nailed it.
Quick to the next segment.
Not quick enough.
No,
It was a segue, but oh, damn it!
Oh no,
come on, that was fine.
that was terrible.
Speed on to the next segment.
You
You need to work
payback.
on
You
it.
needed a payback joke.
I want payback after you botching this transition. Nothing?
Why do I feel like the adult today? This never happens. Like, get it together, kids.
She knew it was a transition.
I did.
A transmission.
Hey, anyway, Need for Speed Payback was announced. It's an action driving game out November 10th. The last Need for Speed game was just called Need for Speed, I believe. Before that was Rivals. There wasn't a Need for Speed last year, so
Right.
they've had a little
Took
bit
the
of a
year off.
break. They said that this is not going to be online only, which is really good news to me. I love racing games, love Need for Speed. I hated Rivals because the online feature of that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
this looks like kind of a return to Need for Speed.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
hoping there's some most wanted elements.
The word payback and the key art and the description makes it very much seem like it's inspired by Fast and the Furious. It's about heists. It's about
Ooh.
bank robberies. It's
I'm
about
in.
driving
I mean,
away from the cops.
and
cops
it
and robbers,
would
which
be
is something
wise-
they've done in the past.
Yeah, it would be wise, in my opinion, to lean very far away from the Forzas and the Gran Turismos of the world and go and heavily skew actiony, rather than more simmy and
Yeah, especially
serious.
if this year we're going to see GT Sport and Forza 7. It's,
Yeah.
And I mean,
That's a couple
It
of
makes
real
sense.
serious sims right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll see a lot more of this Saturday morning at noon at the EA press briefing.
it's
Check it out on
yeah,
IGN.com.
Man, I got to
super
get to
early.
Hollywood real quick. I
Yeah.
forget my flight's in sometime
I had
in
to
the
change
morning.
my flight because
Oh,
of
boy.
EA.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was getting in too late. So it's set in Fortune Valley, and it says players will drive and race as 3 separate characters united against the House, which is a local criminal cartel.
Can you do it in like a movie
Trevor,
announcer voice?
Michael,
Wait, what?
and
Can you do this in a movie announcer voice? Fortune Valley and players will drive and race as 3 separate characters united against the house.
a local criminal cartel that rules the city's casinos, crooks, and cops. Ghost is promising the deepest customization in the series to date. Plus I don't know why I go with like man
male?
announcer.
No,
voice.
this
if I do
is-
as a
pass
woman,
the
it's like,
baton at the next sentence. Keep going.
plus the ability to seek out and discover abandoned cars in the world to repair and tune.
Driving will be both on and off road with events across the city as well as through the mountains, canyons, and desert.
Players will
take us
also
home.
be able to gamble on their performances in game. But really, I'm stoked about customization. That's always been one of my favorite parts of Need for Speed. But then I like Need for Speed. I'm probably going to play this anyway, but I'm playing Forza Horizon 3 again right now. There's
yeah.
so much freaking customization,
And
like down to tuning, that it's
Stuff
like,
just keeps coming
Have
out.
you even
Just-
played the Hot Wheels stuff yet?
that's why I started playing
Yeah.
for Hot Wheels. So that's why I picked it up again just now.
I love the customization in the old Need for Speeds.
Yeah,
I
me
got that-
too.
You get your Chevy or base car or whatever, and you unlock all this cool stuff. By the end, it looks totally different.
It's mostly about GTRs. and Chevy's an interesting choice.
Well, you get the small base, the low end base car.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, so
yeah, it
Chevy
should be
Spark,
fun.
the thing everybody wants to drive
Yeah.
in fake life.
We just have a lot of racing games this year. Or just
yeah,
in general.
I hope they leave the live action junk at home this time. Let's
Oh, that was
leave
real
that out of
bad.
the game.
Yeah, that was real
Didn't-
bad.
That
Don't
was
do that.
not something I need to see again.
remember the movie?
The movie was actually.
I
Good.
didn't see the movie.
The movie was good. The
did
movie is
not see
probably
the
the best
film.
video game movie ever made, but it's like it's like a 6.
Wait,
and a
really?
half.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like better than the first Mortal Kombat?
Yeah,
Or
but
the first Tomb
one was-
Raider?
Yes, better than the first Tomb Raider. Those are not good. Those are.
They're fine.
I
They're
thought
fun.
They were fine. Yeah,
I always
they're
joke
fun.
that at the end of Breaking Bad, that actor drove away to be in the Need for Speed.
Yeah, it stars
Because
Aaron
at the
Paul,
end of Breaking
Aaron Paul
Bad,
and
he
Kid
drives
Cudi.
away. from the scene.
Spoilers.
Oh, Jesse Pinkman?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Aaron
he's
Paul
in
and
it.
Kid Cudi. The movie's the Need for Speed's really good. It does two
he
things.
was in that movie.
It
Yeah.
does
He's the
two
lead.
things that action movies never do that surprised me so much.
Go on.
Well, there's like at the
Which
end of the first
were-
act, there's a police chase, and he gets to where he needs to go, but he gets caught. And you're like, oh. And then it's just like 7 years later. And he just goes to prison for 7 years after the first act. And I'm like, what
Seriously?
happened
Wow.
here? I was like, oh, there's consequences to actions.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mhm.
So
don't do that.
yeah.
Anyway.
No segues this time, Dave?
Yeah, let's change some gears. Let's change gears. Oh man, I got that one like right at the beginning. I was so happy.
That was good.
Yeah, Gearbox is announced.
Ryan hates me today.
No, it's fine. Gearbox has announced a free trial for Battleborn, which is a sort of weird. Why don't just say it's going free to play, but if you want like the full single player game, then pay money. Like, hey, it's the pretty much whole multiplayer part. Free to play version of the Hero Shooters multiplayer modes. It includes unlimited access to all competitive multiplayer modes without any time limits, level caps, or planned end date. Players will be able to choose from a weekly rotating roster of 6 playable heroes.
So wait, then they went Killer Instinct model.
Which is free to play. This is literally free to play. The only reason it's not called free to play is because Jason Schreier, like a year ago, posted a story about how this game was going to go free to play, and Randy Pitchford said, "You're wrong. This game will never go free to play." And so I think this is a free trial out of spite.
Randy.
It's Randy Pitchford hubris in action here. Is that your prediction or your?
This is, I mean, this is good. Like the Battleborn's not a bad game.
No,
it just got overshadowed so heavily by Overwatch.
Bad
You
timing.
guys see those new Overwatch skins? They're pretty great. I think
too
this
busy
is a
playing
smart
Battleborn.
idea for this game, but
Yeah.
it does mean that they're admitting that it's dead. So it's just kind of a, ugh. That's what happened with Evolve.
And finally, this week, Alana, this one's for you. I mean, and for me, but mostly for you. There is, in fact, what are you whining about over there?
I love Fable.
Not for you, Marty. It's for Alana.
Shh, just
She
let
does the lemons and stuff.
settle down, Marty.
Who's gonna stand there like a lemon?
Yeah.
There is a new Fable game out this year. In fact, next month. This is totally serious. In case you've forgotten, it's Fable Fortunes. It's the CCG, the card game, that is being made by some of the ex-Lionhead team.
Fully licensed, which I think is really
Yeah, Microsoft gave them the license, and I believe they had kickstarted it as well. So it's done. It's out on July 11th. It'll be free to play, although you, of course, with these things, you can spend money to get other stuff with it, but you can just download it and play it.
In any other world, I already started off with a lie. I was going to be like, usually I'm not into this kind of game, but like I was all about Gwent. So like I'm totally, I think this is going to be awesome, especially if it has some of their humor in it. That's
Yeah.
what
So
I
to
really
you,
want.
is it like a CCG is aligned to if you love the property?
I think so.
Like you
yeah.
didn't get into Hearthstone, did you?
No. But I mean, I played a lot of Magic the Gathering as well. Like obviously that's a whole other thing. It's been around for a lot longer, but it's this specifically I think that I'm excited about because I'm expecting it to have Fable humor in it, which I think will make it even better. So yeah.
Good stuff. So keep an eye on that. And, you know, there's nothing out in July. So it's a good time to give this a try.
And also, I hope this does very well so that they're like, oh, people are still interested in Fable.
Yeah, well, we'll see about it.
I don't see this having any effect on Microsoft's decision for, like, well, we greenlit a $2 million card game. People seem to, so let's greenlit a $80 million Fable.
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's no difference whatsoever.
Well, it seems fine.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
All right. Destin, what can we spend our money on this week? We'll get through
We're going to go through it quick.
marketplace.
Retail, Dirt 4, digital to Elder Scrolls Online, Morrowind, $40 separately, $60 for the entire game with Morrowind. That's the new expansion, right?
Yeah.
The Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, the Telltale series, episode 2, $5. Perception.
Have you guys played
$23.
episode 1? Either of you? Anybody?
No, not yet. I have it downloaded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on my list to try.
Perception, the guys who made Bioshock.
Some of them.
$23. Some of them.
Yeah, Bill Gardner and his wife, and then some other former Irrational folks.
A Spookus game where he plays a blind girl.
Neighbor Horde, $4. The Town of Light, $20. Platobi, the Dwarf Planet Tales, $15. The Culling game preview. We have a live stream of this. Culling's
Who
one of
names
those-
this stuff?
So the Culling's one of those big world battle games. I've been playing a ton of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. That game is so awesome. I can't stop playing it. So the Culling.
Battlegrounds? Yeah.
Yeah. So the Culling is now on Xbox. I think PlayStation ended up getting H1Z1. Marty, do you know?
The Hizzy, I don't think it's out yet.
All
I
right.
think it got announced a while ago.
But
I think it
anyway,
came out.
Culling is out in game preview. It is $20,
25.
$25.
I also wanted to give a shout out to like this segment of the show real quick. Have any of you played Thimbleweed Park?
I
Ryan
reviewed it.
I
It was
just
really
started-
good.
I just started playing it this weekend, and I really like it so far.
fantastic.
I'm getting like Twin Peaksy vibes, so that's on Xbox. I think it was pretty cheap. So
Yeah,
cool.
8.5, IGN.com.
Yeah, check it out.
8.5.
Free games, Marketplace, Gears of War 4's Rise of the Horde update, 2 new maps, and a lot more.
Yeah, this sounds really good.
Yeah.
I read the blog post for this, and it's like there's a ton of content in here. It's all free, including 2 new maps that look great.
Definitely. Games with gold for June. Speedrunners, June 1st to 30th. I'm trying to rush so I can get the trivia point because I have an appointment in like 9 minutes. Watch Dogs, June 16th to July 15th on Xbox One. Assassin's Creed 3, June 1st to 15th. Dragon Age Origins, June 16th to 30th. And Phantom Dust DLC, June 1st to 30th.
All right, let's do trivia. I'll give you the quick scoring update. Destin picked up a point on you guys last week.
Oh,
Neither
dang.
one of you were here, so it is Destin at 8 points, Alana at 6, Marty lagging behind at 5 points.
I was at a preview appointment for you.
You know what? You're now that
Like
I have,
these.
now that you're also an executive editor, I have no pity.
I'm an
Just no-
executive.
no sympathy. All right, so Ray from Spruce Grove up in Alberta, Canada. His gamer tag is Fueled1, all one word. He asks, Fred Tatasiori, which I'm probably
it.
slaughtering his name. That is Tatasiori, maybe?
Pity scores.
No.
Oh, I think you got it.
100% wrong.
I think you got it the second time, right?
I-
Marty,
yeah,
no.
it's the
Of the
second one.
Sicilian titty scores.
It's my favorite nipple.
Anyway,
I'm sure he's very happy if he's listening.
Redeemed. Redeemed. He voiced Baird in the Gears of War series. He also voiced somebody in Injustice 2, so this question definitely favors Destin if he listens carefully, but everybody else, including me, just has to take a shot. Fred T, who voiced Baird. Who else did he voice? Who did he voice in Injustice 2? Shazam, Deadshot, Captain Cold, or Bane? I'll go to Alana first.
I'm gonna guess B, Deadshot. Complete guess, but I feel like based on what I know of Baird, he fits the character of Deadshot.
I'd just be guessing as well. Marty?
I'm going to guess D. Bane because I only know 2 of these characters, and Deadshot was the other one.
You don't know Shazam?
Nah, dude.
I've heard of Shazam. Destin, do you know this one?
He does.
Well, I don't. But it was either Deadshot or Captain Cold because he specifically says Injustice 2 and Injustice 1, Shazam and Bane were both in there. So I feel like he would have just said Injustice. So that my guess, Alana,
Education.
you might be right, but I'm going to go Captain Cold. I
Err.
don't know. Just to take a risk, I'm going Captain Cold.
Well, Destin,
Oh no.
I'm afraid you've been frozen out with your Captain Cold reply.
Elsa.
Darn it.
That was frozen.
Bane!
No way.
It was Bane?
Good job.
Thanks, man. That's why I didn't think too much about it because I don't know anything
Yeah,
about
just go with your gut. Just go with your gut. 668.
Drat.
You're still winning.
It's not a number.
I want 9.
All right, if you would like to try and stump the panel here with your Xbox trivia, please do email that in to unlocked@ign.com. Include 4 multiple choice answers and note the correct one in your email, please. Time to go. I'm at DMC_Ryan. Please, I mean, you want to follow all of us because, I mean,
Definitely.
Of course, you want to be on IGN.com because we're going to be doing preview coverage, all of our live show stuff. But we'll be tweeting our hot takes. Believe me,
I tweet a bunch of dumb stuff.
Yeah,
during
we
E3.
well,
I tweet so much at E3.
we come out of appointments and give you those hot takes. So at DMC_Ryan.
at Destin Legary.
I'm at Charlanazad. I also want to give a shout out to our IGN Snapchat. They're doing a bunch of cool stuff that's going to be more vloggy style rather than news. So you'll see a bunch of impressions from us on the show floor on Snapchat.
Yeah. And I'm at Nick Biggity. But yeah, our Snapchat, our Instagram, our live show, which starts at 11 a.m. on Saturday and goes all the way through the evening on Thursday.
38 hours.
It's a lot of
I think
live.
over 40 hours
It's
of live stuff.
basically
honestly.
like we'll have our own TV channel for that entire week that you could watch the whole time. And
Yeah,
get
and we're all going to be
all
doing
the
a
news.
bunch of different stuff, so it'll be great.
Yeah, I'm proud of what we've got planned for this year's E3. Like, it's been a lot of work, but I think it's going to be absolutely awesome for everyone watching at home.
Yeah, I mean, we're just covering everything from all angles, Xbox and otherwise. So please do join us at E3 next week. And then again, the meet and greet, 6 p.m. downtown LA on Saturday, and live show, Xbox pre-show, that's old school, 1:30 p.m. Pacific on Sunday. It'll be myself, Alana, and Damon, I think, hosting,
Damon
and I
and-
forget who else is.
Gav. Is it-
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Gav
you're
Murphy
right, it is Gav.
from our UK
There's
team.
something
It'll be great.
unlocked on my schedule. It's probably just a show.
That would
Yeah,
be the
we're
show.
recording it on Wednesday. Should be up at the usual time. So, all right, we'll see everybody at E3 for episode 300.
Bye.